Hey guys, I'm Kirko. Welcome to Warsaw. It is time we start a new series, and I've been waiting for this game for a long time now, and I'm very excited to be able to play it. Now, if you know Darkest Dungeon, and if you ever played it or seen anybody play it, then you will know how Warsaw works. It's basically very much based on Darkest Dungeon, and it's the way it works, but the setting is in Second World War in year 1944, and it's happening, yes, you guessed it, in Warsaw, in Poland. And we are leading these guys over here as the insurgency or something like that against the Germans. The Germans are here, and we need to get them out of our city. Now, currently, this game released yesterday. And currently, just checking the Steam reviews, they are mixed. And a lot of people are complaining that this game is hard. They don't like it because it's hard. You see, games like this, just like Darkest Dungeon, they're meant to be hard. And that's why I like it. You know, there's no compromise there. Somebody dies, they die. You can't save them. It's the way it is. You can't go and save scum, and I like this. So, we're gonna start a new game, and we're gonna go through this, because I am really looking forward to this. The year is 1944. Battered by opposing forces on two fronts, the Third Reich begins to crumble. In Central Europe, Poland lies at the heart of the storm, caught between the waning Nazi oppression and the rising Soviet threat. There is little hope for release. Yes, indeed. Poor Polish boys. But you know what? We are here to save the Polish boys. Despite the unfavorable odds, the Polish Home Army, now an underground resistance movement, is given the go-ahead by the country's government in exile. As the final part of a countrywide Operation Tempest, they are to launch one last act of defiance, an uprising in Warsaw. August 1st, 1944, the W hour. A lot of people live within the uprising area. The first skirmishes begin. Almost a million, but not quite. Let's go. So, I believe we're now going to be playing through the tutorial. That's going to teach us all the things that we need to know. Tutorial. The uprising begins. Yes, I would like to continue the tutorial because this is my first time playing it. We are exploring a fragment of the city. Okay, so we can see our current team, all that stuff, and our AP down here. Our task is to complete the mission by fulfilling all the objectives. And this is the objectives. Moving the map depletes your action points. Should you run out of action points before completing the given set of objectives, a mission will result in failure. For now, however, continue along the street. Okay, press and hold left mouse button. Alright, so we have these things over here, and as you can see, our AP goes down. Now, on this set of map where we are right now, there's one battle, there's two events, and there's 0 loot, and these three are our boys. Jadwiga, Krzysztof, and Kazimierz. Now, if I pronounce any of these names wrong, and I will, I apologize for that in advance, because they are Polish, I'm not from Poland, and yes, I'm sorry. So, we'll run into enemies, loot, and multiple choice events. Cool. Certain enemies may force you into combat if they spot you and you are in their danger zone, represented by a red circle around the enemy symbol, so I guess that is the thing. Okay. So the eye says they can see us, okay. If any of these encounters are nearby, an arrow displayed near your party icon will direct you. Okay. Initiate the encounter by approaching it with your party and clicking on a button on the event pop-up. Alright. I'm guessing this is something else then. Obtaining ammunition. Your team needs ammunition before they can join the fight. Proceed. Let's do this. Before you set out for the rally point, the first order of business is to arm yourself. Your team arrives to receive their assigned share of ammunition from Resistance Arsenal. And not a moment too soon, a Nazi patrol appears in the distance, likely alarmed by the unusual activity in the district. If you want to rendezvous with the uprising, you will have to fight your way through. So you get short ammo, long ammo, and heavy ammo. I guess there's different sets of ammo for different sets of guns, I believe. Events usually offer multiple choices to pick from. Certain choices during these events may require spending resources passing trade checks with one of your characters. Okay, if you fail, you know, sometimes you can die. That's really unfortunate. All checks are clearly marked in the text. Now proceed to your part towards the next point. There's to enter the combat tutorial. Okay, so we get ammo, and I'm guessing based on this guns. Oh, look at that. So this one uses this type of ammo. This one uses that type of ammo, and this one uses the same type of ammo as this one. Alright, we'll loot it all. Thank you. Okay. We will loot a bunch of stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Inventory space is limited, so the same as in Darkest Dungeon. And should you go over capacity, you will need to leave some items behind. Oh, items left in caches remain there until the end of the mission. That's cool. So if you're afraid that you're gonna run out of AP, you go for the battles or whatever, and then you come back for the stuff. That makes sense. So there's, I guess these places are barricaded, and we need to go over here. That's our battle. All right. Hello, hello, sir. Okay, the Nazi patrol needs to be eliminated if you're to reach the rally point. Let's proceed and let's go into the fight. I'm very much looking forward to this. Now, there's a difference that I've seen between this game and between... Yes, we'll continue with this one. And between Darkest Dungeon. So, you have like 3 people, so 3 people will act, right? They have 2 people, 2 people will act. If you take one of them out, only one person gets to act. But this does not mean that everyone has to act, like in Darkest Dungeon. In this one, you can have one person act 3 times. So it's very important, I think, to eliminate one person as quickly as possible, because then they get less options. So they're called activations. I'm sorry. So we can select Christoph, and we can use a skill. And we can. Okay, we can check skills. So you want us to use target acquired. Let's see. Okay, so this target acquired deals 16 to 20 damage. It has accuracy, crit, armor pen, ignores cover, spends 1 stamina. Okay. Now, I believe when it comes to stamina over here, if you hover over this thing, it's kind of in the corner over there, but if you have 3 stamina, you got no penalties. So if you have 2 stamina, your accuracy is reduced by 10%. At 1 stamina, the damage received is increased by 20. And at 0 stamina, they cannot do anything. So basically, at 0 stamina, they also have increased damage taken and reduced accuracy. Even though it doesn't really mean much, the accuracy part. So while you can act with one person 3 times, that will completely deplete their stamina, most likely. And chances are it's gonna get them killed. So, and your stamina recovers after all of this is done and the next turn happens. So we're gonna go with target acquired, and we can shoot one person. Good. So I think it wants us to shoot this guy. Yeah, and you can see, unlike in Darkest Dungeon, there is 8 spots on the map, unlike 4, or on the field over here. And also you have cover over here that counts. So it wants us to shoot this guy, so we'll shoot this guy for 14. Alright, not exactly the most damage. You have successfully damaged an opponent with your skill. It costs some ammo and a point of stamina. There's the stamina, there you go, it shows us the stamina right now. And now they get to act. And this dick just threw a grenade at us. What a bunch of bastards. So that was the AoE thing. Okay. So yeah, it's area damage, so it's an AoE thing. Now it's time for your second activation. Use the defensive skill for a change. So, Jadwiga. They want us to heal somebody, and probably that somebody would be Christoph, even though he took less damage than she did. Alright, well, we're gonna heal him. Yes, whatever she said, that is true. Alright. Now, he is shooting, but you can see that even though he shot one person, this obstacle also took some damage because he's taking cover behind it. So he took reduced damage and cover took some damage, but the cover also gets to be destroyed. Now we get to select Christoph again, and I believe this thing is gonna teach us how to move. Okay, movement affects stamina, and not doing anything does not affect stamina. So we can move. So I think moving would be smart going in this direction, so we could be in cover. But I think, yeah, his abilities are better if he's in the back, so I guess he gets to move back here. Alright, Christoph, you move back there, and that was our activation. Now we go to turn 2, and Christoph did get 1 stamina back, because he used 2 stamina in his first 2 activations. Now here he is, and they wanted us to shoot a person again. Combatants on both sides occupy tiles on one of 2 horizontal lanes. All targets attacked from the other lane are considered flanked. There you go, so there's the flanking. So from here, we are flanking that guy. From here, we would have been flanking this guy. But I guess we get to shoot the Grenadier again. For 18. Target acquired. So he has 28 HP now. So he's drawing us out, which is a move thing. Okay, that's not a problem. So we get to select Casimir's now over here, and we have a buff. Now this thing, it, you know, might have a weird tooltip over here, kind of confusing, but it does what it does. So you buff somebody, one of your people, and they will either get the burn chance up or the bleed chance up. So one of the two they will get, and as they will shoot for the next sometime, 3 turns I guess, or 3 activations, I'm not quite sure, it will deal either burn or bleed damage to the enemy. And this is what we're gonna do. So I guess we get to buff Christoph. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it buffed both. Oh, that's kind of cool. I wasn't paying attention. Skill can apply an array of buffs, which are displayed as icons near a combatant portrait. You can hover over these icons to check their effects. Yes. So we have this over here. So he's burning, and she's also burning. Remaining ticks. Okay. Now he got suppressed. That was a debuff. So we have burns and bleed that inflict damage over time. Blind decreases the accuracy, and suppression prevents the target from performing skills. But I guess they get to move probably. Alright. Each activation and round decreases the debuff. Okay. Okay. So it's activations and rounds. So we get to... So both of these... let me just check this. Okay, so yeah, you can see the area of this thing that buffs. It buffs 2 people, but it doesn't buff them in a row. It buffs them sideways. So it buffs both of our 2 boys over there. Or boy and a lady. Now we get to apparently use a single shot, and it also has the burn effect. Deals 7 to 8 every tick for 2 turns. Cool. And you want us to shoot this guy now, huh? I would prefer to shoot this guy because, you know, he has lower HP, but I guess they still have something to teach us. So he took a bunch of damage and he's now on fire. Poor dude. He's no longer suppressed, and now you want us to win the battle. Alright. We are the next people. We're the next active people. Okay. So now what we could do is we take this guy out right away with somebody. We just need to have him, I don't know, deal like 7 damage to him. That's all we need to do. 7 damage and he's out. I wonder if you can shoot with her. Yeah, she deals less damage, and the reason why I want to shoot with her is because she has more stamina. Or we could heal, you know, that too. But I wanna see her pistol as well, because we've not really used her yet in shooting capabilities. And you can see the accuracy over here. So you see, if you hover over here, accuracy 84, damage, and we are flanking. So, oh, she missed. Well, now we know why we don't get to use her. This man is taking some damage now, and apparently is he suppressed again? He is suppressed. I'll give you another chance, lady. Actually, we should probably heal him. Oh, well, a crit heal then? Don't mind if I do. Now, he's gonna take this thing at the end of the turn, I presume. Alright. She doesn't have the burn thing anymore. But I would still like to... I would like her to hit somebody. Oh, she just killed him. Alright. Well, that's good then. That is good. And now, you can see on the next turn, we have 3 activations while they only have 1. Which works well for us. So let's grab this man. We can use either target acquired or single shot. This uses less ammo. Wait, uses less ammo? Deals more damage? It's more accurate? Oh, this one ignores cover, where this one does not ignore cover. I see. Is he in cover over there? I don't think so. I think that thing isn't here. Oh, but the single shot targets people in the back. Okay, so I think that's the one we want to use. What's the clear out? It's area, but oh damn, that clear out deals a lot of damage. Let's see, let's try it out. Oh damn, that exploded the man. We are victorious. We have defeated the enemies. Congratulations, us. Death and survival. Remember, death is permanent. Whether it's battle or events, it's vital to keep your characters alive and well, especially since their health does not replenish automatically. While certain events may appear promising, sometimes it's better to limit your risk and avoid combat altogether. I believe you. Alright. So we need to reach the hideout. We are the Platz Zelazny Brami. Alright. I think this is an event. Arrival. The patrol gone, your team should have clear path for now. Okay, I guess this is probably the end of the line. Having emerged victorious from their first real engagement, your team descends into the city's sewer network to reach the rally point. There is little time to celebrate, however, for the hard part comes next. The uprising is now in full swing. The long battle has begun. Yes, return to hideout. The mission is complete. Continue. And let's complete the mission. I don't think there's anything else to loot over here. We are victorious. He has suffered an injury. We have been rewarded a commendation. Currency for ranking up characters, that's nice. And we got a bunch of ammo. Heavy ammo, long ammo, and short ammo. Let's return to hideout. And let's see. So, mission summary. Carrying out missions takes time. At the end of every mission, you will receive a quick summary of all the gains and losses of the uprising. You also get to resolve all the events that have transpired in the meantime. Cool. Summary event next day. Alright, so day 2, 2nd of August. Alright. We have a bunch of districts out here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one. It's, yeah, not going to do this. Event, love thy neighbor. Health, insurgents have recovered 25% of their health. We have momentum over here. I believe if we lose the momentum, if the momentum hits 0, we are just done and dusted, right? Currently, we have war asset balance. It's war assets generated by all districts and badly needed to keep the momentum unchanged on a given day. Affects how fast the uprising movement will drop. So right now we're losing 20 assets per day. Not very good. Let's proceed to the event then. Love thy neighbor. The chatter leads you face first into a spectacle of mob judgment. It appears that the residents of a nearby tenement house have rounded up a handful of their Volksdeutsche neighbors. The aroused crowd calls out to your group to deal with the collaborators. You know what? Collaborators? I'm sorry, but this is World War II, and let's roleplay like it's World War II. We shall deal with the collaborators. Hearing out the pleas, you step into the mob to act out their will. The question of severity still remains, however, and some of the residents call for an alternative form of punishment. You know what? We could seize the personal belongings and use those for our own stuff. Let's do this. You decide to confiscate their private wealth in service of the uprising. There you go. Although your decision is met with audible disapproval by the witnesses, a quick concession to split some of the goods between the residents proved enough to dissolve further tension. Good. We got 1 attrition in Ochota, and we gained a bunch of supplies. Cool. And where's the Ochota? There you go. So now it has 1 attrition. Attrition determines how much a district's morale will drop every day. Failing or ignoring a mission will cause the district attrition to increase by 1. Well, it has quite a lot of morale, so it's all good. Let's proceed to the next day, I guess. Day 2, 2nd of August, 1944. Is this how many people died? Did we lose like almost 20k people? 15k? Hideout tutorial. There you go. We get to see the hideout. You have reached the Resistance Hideout, your base of operations between assignments. You can either view the tutorial, explain the hideout, or skip ahead. I would like to view it. So here you can plan new missions, oversee port recovery, manage spare equipment, and recruit volunteers for the cause. These activities can be assessed with the assistance of specialist NPCs. Current and future party members will also be present here. Press the left mouse button on the character portrait to open their character menu. Good. So we have our 3 boys. Well, one of them is a girl, but you know what I mean. And there's the rest of the people. Up here we see the momentum, the war assets, and let's see. Character overview. Here we can see their attributes, traits, equipped weapons, and skills. Okay, so we see she's a recruit. These are her current skills. She's good at academic, intuition, charm. There's new skills, equipment skills. To equip a skill, press left mouse button on the skill you wish to equip. Okay, red ones are weapon stuff. Okay, then different colors, you have buffs and heals and such. Cool. And I believe you can have up to 4 equipped skills at the same time and more available. You can see the weapons. We have no extra available weapons over here, and experience. We can rank them up. When completing missions, your party might obtain commendations. This shared resource can be used to promote your characters to higher ranks. Each character can rank up to 3 times, and every time they do so, they gain 1 ability from a choice of 2. Oh. Nice, nice. So current is recruit, and they can become rookie, they can become seasoned or veteran. We can rank her up if we wanted to. So then we can select from ongoing care. Whenever the paramedic or adjacent ally is targeted by the enemy ability, heal that ally. Oh, that's kind of cool. Or Soothing Presence restores 1 additional point of stamina for the paramedic and adjacent allies at the start of the turn. That is also pretty cool. Sure, let's rank her up, and I think I'm gonna take the ongoing care. And then we get a bonus skill, Guardian Angel. Requires small ammo, I think. Deal some damage, very accurate, some nice crit. Pull an ally back 3 tiles from in front of the user. Interesting. Spend 1 stamina. Alright. Let's go. She's now a rookie. But we don't have more of these things, so there you go. That was the experience. Alright, so we can look at these guys and their skills and all that stuff. He actually has an extra available skill, Shield Breaker. I'm gonna just leave these things be the way they are right now. Okay. Oh, this man has this weapon. I think this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. And he also has this bad boy. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this man also has 2 weapons for some reason. Alright. Now, if you look at the people, this is the informant. The informant is your window into the status of the uprising. Here you can monitor the overall condition of the uprising, as well as the individual resistance pockets. Okay, to keep the fight going, each day the uprising consume war assets that are provided by districts. By default, war assets are in deficit to represent the uprising gradually slowing down. Your task is to manage this deficit and prolong the uprising by keeping all districts' morale high. Cool. Reaching 0 momentum means that the uprising is unable to go on and the game ends. Cool. So we can select a new mission over here, and we can see all the districts and their morale and their stuff. The excursions allow you to aid your districts by sending supplies to replenish a portion of their morale. Every time a party returns to their hideout, there's a 50% chance that a damaged district will be available to receive an excursion. Okay, so we don't have anything yet. Alright, so we go to the nurse. We can heal over here. Any healing performed in the field is temporary and does not carry over. That's kind of nasty. Upon return, characters will be at the lowest health level they had during the mission. Ugh. Okay, so they will regen their health over here. That is kind of nasty. The Provisioner. This is a trade hub for your hideout. Okay, so over here we can buy and maybe even sell stuff, I guess. You can obtain supplies through activities during missions. Okay. This is the Archivist, so we have the Codex where everything is written, I guess. We have a bunch of characters, Jadwiga, Krzysztof, and Kazimierz. Alright, we can read their backstories over here. You guys can pause and read their stuff right now, if you so desire. We have the Recruiter over here. Allows you to enlist volunteers. They are not as capable as your unique insurgents. For instance, they cannot rank up and always join the team with random characteristics. They allow you to fill gaps in your team composition and standing in for wounded characters during their recovery. Enlisting volunteers costs supplies, so we have to spend some supplies to recruit people. So we can, I guess, grab Alexander, who has Ploy. Restores 1 point of stamina. Oh, and removes an activation from the enemy side. That's kind of cool. And explosive projectile, explosive diarrhea. It's just explosive stuff. Okay, can we recruit one more? Oh, did I just... Yeah, I just spent money to recruit another person. Okay, that wasn't exactly needed, but okay. And the priest, there's the morgue, and there's the death people. Oh boy. And this is the mission, guys. So we could start a new mission, and there's the mission selection. Every time you set out, an informant will mark your map with available missions. Each mission takes several days to complete. As your team cannot be everywhere at the same time, you can pick only 1 mission at a time. Any remaining missions will fail, so pick your engagements wisely. Select a district with a mission symbol to see the details. So you have a bunch of districts. There's 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of them are big, some of them are small. So let's take a look at one. District mission. Reviewing mission details allows you to check its duration, requires objectives, and rewards. When a mission fails, the district gains a point of attrition. Okay, so the 2 that we're not gonna do gonna get points of attrition, and then the morale is gonna decrease even more. Keep in mind that the district income will be affected by low morale. If district morale drops to 0, it will surrender, denying you both income and missions, which is kind of unfortunate. So this one generates us 10 war assets and 3 short ammo per day. And we have to reassert the uprising influence in the district. It's gonna take 4 days, and we're gonna get a commendation and some damage MG. And if you fail this, it's gonna increase the attrition by 1 point. We have this one that generates a bunch of supplies, more war assets. So probably we should go for the one that gives us the most, because we don't want that one to fall or fail. This one already does have 1 point of attrition though, so maybe we go for this one. Maybe we go for this one because we don't want it to reach 2 attrition. Maybe. In any case, I think we're gonna decide in the next episode. This was the tutorial section of Warsaw. You guys tell me how much you like it. I am for sure gonna be playing more of this, and I think it's gonna be on the channel every day for some foreseeable future. We'll see how much you guys like it. And for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Koko out.